So it is now Monday, starting a new week of my fitness blog. This is the 21st week of the 21st, and I had a salmon burger when I first woke up because I was starving. I made it the same as I made it last week. I will link to that last fitness blog so you can see how I made those salmon burgers. Now I'm sucking on a Dum Dum. This is a Hawaiian Punch flavored Dum Dum. In probably about 2 hours, I'm going to make an omelet for breakfast. But before then, I'll probably have coffee with my neighbor. I usually have coffee with my neighbor about 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna be very determined to go to the gym today. I should get a lot of exercise done today. So I'm gonna be making an omelet for breakfast. I have this half a package of bacon left over from the spaghetti squash alfredo I made last. I'm gonna take 2 slices of bacon. Since this is cut in half, 2 slices would actually be 4 slices because they're cut in half. Now it's time to make the egg batter for the omelet. So first I'm gonna crack, I think I'll use 3 eggs. And I'm gonna take a very tiny red onion and I'm gonna cut that up nice and fine. Add that to the egg mixture. And our bacon is done. So I'm just gonna set it on the cutting board for now because we're gonna cut that up in just a little bit here. And then you want to drain that bacon grease. And you want to leave just a little bit of bacon grease in the pan for when we make our omelet. I'm gonna season the omelet with just a little bit of Cajun seasoning. Now let's cut up our bacon. So we want to save like about that much bacon to go on top of the omelet, and we want the other bacon to go inside the omelet. And now we need a fork to mix up the batter. And now we're gonna turn back on the burner to medium heat and add our omelet batter. Spread out the egg. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and flip it over now. Oh, I just made a totally disastrous omelet. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this to make it look pretty. But if you know how to make a better omelet, please make it better than I did. Well, I say fuck it and let's turn this into a scramble. Oh, it's kind of turning into an omelet now. Kind of. I'm gonna just turn it into a scramble. What a way to start out Monday, huh? Okay, I need more practice with omelets apparently. So we have our scramble here. I'm gonna add a little bit of this jack cheese to it. Probably about 1/3 cup. And then I'm gonna add the bacon. And now I'm gonna cut up an orange to go along with it. So I'm cutting off the ends here. Then I'm gonna cut it like that. And then I'm gonna cut it into slices. And there's breakfast. I'm going to make a cup of this Ito-En roasted hojicha. I love this. Okay, now I'm gonna snack on a cup of the popcorn I made last Friday. Weather is looking nice and clear outside. It's a little overcast, but it looks like it's gonna be a good day. I'm getting ready to head over to the gym now, and I wanted to have a little pre-workout protein. So I'm going to have a jar of my low-fat yogurt, and then I had one of these Redbird peppermints earlier this morning. Woo! I just got back from the gym. I had a killer workout today. It's about a 45-minute walk to the gym and a 45-minute walk back, so I got that in, lots of cardio. And then at the gym I did bench press. I started out with the bar and 25 pounds on each side, and then I went up to 30 pounds on each side, and then I went up to 35 pounds on each side, and I did 10 reps with each set. So for the rest of my arm exercises, I did the daily workout apps, and I did the arm, and I started out with 10 pounds.
Overhead press.
That's the first exercise I did.
Bicep curls.
Then I did that.
Tricep extension right.
That one.
Tricep extension left.
And that one.
Bent over roll.
And that one.
Front raises.
And that one.
Reverse bridge dips.
And then I didn't do any of these ones that are on the floor because I wanted to do it only with weights, so I stopped there. And then as far as the rest of my exercise at the gym, I did a TRX workout on Pinterest that I found on Pinterest, and I'll link in my fitness blog the workout I used. Let's see, I used this workout here. So I did all of those. I did 10 to 20 reps depending on the exercise because I was just starting out with this workout. But I did this workout here. And now I'm really hungry, so I made a salmon burger. Let me show you here. This is my salmon burger, and check out my vlog from last week if you want to learn how to make the salmon burger. It's a queso fresco cilantro salmon burger with avocado and tomato. I just woke up and weighed myself, and guess what? I'm only 303 pounds now. I lost 2 pounds overnight, and I'm broke my weight of 305 pounds, so only 3 more pounds to go and I'll be under 300 pounds, or I'll be at 300 pounds, and then, you know, it only gets better from there if I keep up doing what I'm doing. I'm super hungry because I was way under my calorie budget for yesterday. I planned to cook a big dinner yesterday, but I was so sore from working out that I didn't cook a big dinner. I'm gonna cook it this morning though, because I need the protein. I'm gonna start out by cooking some eggs for breakfast. I think I'm just gonna have eggs and toast for breakfast. Then I'm gonna get to cooking dinner, which will be lunch, which will be breakfast kind of brunch. I don't know, but I need the protein, so I'm gonna cook a big chicken. So here's my big protein filled breakfast. I decided to have 2 sunny side up eggs with bacon on each slice of toast, whole grain toast, whole grain multi-grain toast, and then I'm having a bowl of my homemade yogurt with a teaspoon of maple syrup. I'm still craving more protein, so I'm gonna have this bullet blender cup full of milk. If you are allergic to milk, if you have a milk allergy, I highly suggest taking a lactose pill, getting lactose-free milk, or getting milk that doesn't have that protein in it if you have an allergy to the protein in milk, because milk is so nutritious. Like almond milk and rice milk and all that, they cannot compare to how nutritious real milk is. So I'm a big advocate for drinking real milk. The only thing that I would compare to almost being as nutritious as real milk is soy milk. So if you absolutely can't drink real milk, drink soy milk. So I forgot to tell you all that yesterday before I passed out in the afternoon, I had the last of the salmon burgers. So I've eaten all the salmon burgers now. Now I'm about to make the chicken. So I'm going to start out by preheating the oven to 350. And then I'm going to get this giant sweet potato ready for roasting. So to do that, I'm going to have to poke a bunch of holes all over it. You could use smaller sweet potatoes, but I'm using this giant one because, well, my mom told me that giant sweet potatoes actually taste better, so I will see here. She says that giant sweet potatoes, you just throw them in the oven and roast them when you're roasting a chicken or a turkey, and they come out delicious. So we'll see if what my mom says is true. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I have about 2 tablespoons of softened butter, and I'm going to rub that all over the sweet potato. And there's a little extra butter. I'm just going to set that aside. Now I'm going to take some salt and just sprinkle the salt. There's a lot on there, so I'm going to kind of distribute it. And then you throw it in the oven to start roasting. I'm going to just put it on the side there. I might have to move it. So we have a 6.71 pound chicken. So this is a pretty big chicken here. I'm going to cut this open and wash it in the sink. Let's get all those innards out. Okay, so I've got several gizzards here and a neck, some liver, and a heart. I'm going to save those for some other time because I'm not going to use them right now. Oop, you need cold water. Cold water to wash the chicken. Sure. Now, I like to eat that fat. I know you're not supposed to, but I like to eat it. So I just leave it on there. But you can cut it off if you want to. I try to pluck out the feathers though. Those are real easy to get out. Now the feathers are more fiber, so you can eat the feathers. They're not going to hurt you. All in all, this chicken looks pretty clean, so let's put it in our pan. And you want it both side up. I'm going to move this over to the stove, and with all these leftover bits, I'm going to save those for later because those will make a tasty little treat later on. Now we're going to work on our chicken. I'm going to tuck the wings under. And then to keep I'm not going to stuff the chicken, but I am going to close up the bird. So to do that, you make a little hole in the side there and stick the leg through, and then you tuck this leg under that leg. And then, see, that's how you fold up the bird. And now I have some butter here. This is left over from the sweet potato. I'm just gonna rub that all over the chicken. The back side as well. And just stuff the butter on the inside of the chicken there. Next I have some lemon pepper, and I'm just gonna cover the whole chicken with lemon pepper. Flip it over. Make sure you get all the little nooks and crannies. And just rub that all over the chicken there. And I also like to add tarragon to my chicken. So I have some French tarragon here. Whoa, that's a lot. So we're gonna just rub that out. Ooh, that smells so good. Ooh, yum. I love tarragon. Rub that on the chicken there. Flip over the chicken. Sprinkle on a little more tarragon. And rub that all over. And the last thing we need is garlic. So I have this big bag of garlic powder. I'm going to sprinkle on some garlic. I don't mind a lot of garlic. You might want to use less if you don't like garlic. But I'm going to rub that garlic all over the chicken. Flip it over. And rub that on there. And there's our nice lemon herb chicken. Now we're just going to throw that in the oven and let everything roast for a while. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for 30 minutes because I'm going to want to baste the chicken in about 30 minutes. It's been about 30 minutes now. It's time to now baste the chicken. So I'm going to melt some butter in the microwave. So I'm just going to use 1 stick of butter. And I'm going to put that in the microwave. Or let's do 35 seconds, see what happens. I'm not really sure how long I should melt it for. Okay, that's good enough. It's melted enough for my liking. So I don't have a turkey baster right now because mine broke. So I'm going to use this brush here. So we're going to pull the chicken out and just brush on some butter. Oh, this is smelling so good. And put that back in and set the timer for another 30 minutes. Okay, the timer is up and this is what it looks like after an hour of cooking. Now you're going to need to keep basting this until the internal temperature reads about 170. So it looks like it's split apart, unfortunately, but that's okay. It was just too thick and chubby. I'm going to flip over the sweet potato so we can get it roasting on the other side. It looks like it's cooking good. This is the chicken at about an hour and 30 minutes in. That sweet potato is looking delicious. I think my mom was right. And now I'm gonna get started on the beets I will be having with it. So here are all my beets. I got a couple red beets and they're mostly golden beets. And I'm gonna start out with the red ones and just cut them up off the outer peel. And I think I want to cut them into cubes. And I think I'll save this giant beet because we got plenty of beet right here. I think I'll save this beet for possible use in a salad later on. So this is probably a pound of beets. There's not as many red beets in here as I would like, but I only had 2 red beets. So I have this sweet onion here, and it is going to be important that you use a sweet onion because this is a sweet dish. Slice the onion into strips. Now in a skillet on the stove, you want to melt about 3 tablespoons of butter, and then go ahead and add your beets and onions, and then you want to add a lot of salt. So just pour in the salt there. That's probably good right there. I would say that's probably about a tablespoon of salt. And mix that up in there. And now that it's been cooking for probably about a couple minutes here, I'm going to add about 1 cup of white vinegar. Now you just want this to simmer on medium-high heat, and once it starts to bubble, turn it down to low. So let's check on our chicken here. That sweet potato is looking delicious. That chicken's looking almost done. I'm gonna baste it real quick with butter. I'm pretty sure that's almost done. So I'm gonna get my meat thermometer and check the internal temperature. I'm also gonna take these juices from the chicken and baste the sweet potato with it. And then let's go get my meat thermometer. So to check the temperature on a chicken, first you want to check the breast. The breast should be 170 degrees. And it looks like it is. Looks like the juices are running clear. Now I'm going to check the thighs temperature. And the thigh is completely done. It is way higher than 170. So it's time to get it out of the oven. And we need to get that sweet potato out of the oven. So I'm gonna just slide it onto this plate here. Oh, that looks beautiful. We need to let this chicken rest before we cut into it. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it's like cutting in this sweet potato, because I want to see what it's like inside this sweet potato. Oh, this looks delicious. Oh, look at that. See, this would be perfect. This would be perfect for like a vegan to make a giant roasted sweet potato like this. There we have our chicken with sweet potato and beets. Real healthy. This is like brunch. Should have been dinner last night. I was way under my calories for yesterday, so I'm happy about it. Okay, so I did have another chicken drumstick and another glass of milk because I am mad craving protein from yesterday's workout. And let's check out. Oh, look at those pecs. They are getting defined. So I'm definitely getting muscle mass. Right now I'm enjoying a cup of English breakfast tea with vanilla caramel creamer in it. Ah, so good. This was my last cup of English breakfast though, so hopefully I get more soon. Okay, I just got back from walking to the bus stop, to my mom's house, to the bus stop, back home to feed our cats. And oh, I went to the group. That was a lot of fun. It was about healthy eating and strategies you can use to eat healthier and making goals to eat healthier. So that was really fitting for my New Year's lifestyle resolution. And I'm really hungry, so I'm about to eat dinner. So let me show you the leftovers. I fixed myself a big dinner. So here's the big plate of the leftovers. I let the beets simmer for a little longer, and I feel like they're so much better when they've simmered longer. I'm also going to have a slice of buttered bread. So I'm having a chicken sandwich with some of the leftover chicken meat. It is dark meat and it is whole grain, multi-grain bread with just a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of adobo seasoning. So now for breakfast, I'm having a serving of yogurt with 2 tablespoons of strawberry jelly and some Special K red berries, about a cup, like a serving of Special K red berries. And it looks yummy. I had a cup of coffee with my neighbor this morning, and it had sugar-free hazelnut creamer in it. Okay, I'm gonna have this drumstick and a little bit of thigh meat and a tail as a snack. And then I have this cup of gunpowder green tea that I'm drinking. And I'm waiting until about noon to go to the gym. And I'm definitely doing water aerobics today. That's my plan for exercise today. I don't really have any obligations today other than that. If I have extra time today, I'm going to sew some darts into my fitness leggings because they're starting to get too small on me. So I need to, not too small. They're starting to get too big on me, so I need to make them smaller by sewing darts into them. So that's my plans for today. So I kind of want to show you a little bit. I've been keeping my house nice and clean now. It's been staying clean. It's a little cluttered. I gotta figure it out. This is the living room. The kitchen's kind of a mess, but my chore today is to clean the kitchen. But, and see, here's the bedroom. I need to make the bed, but other than that, it's staying pretty clean. What I did to kind of stay cleaner is I marked up my calendar and I have a daily chore list. This is my daily chore list. Sunday, bedroom and closet. Monday, day off. Tuesday, living room. Wednesday, kitchen. Thursday, bathroom. Friday, stairs. And Saturday, porch. So I'm dividing up the house to clean it different section once a day, and I give myself a day off. And then I have daily chores, which is sweep, vacuum, and rinse dishes. And then weekly chores, organize clutter, water plants, and dusting. And monthly chores, laundry, clean underneath furniture. This laundry pile is getting huge. I have to wash my laundry with quarters, so I'm waiting to get some quarters to wash my laundry. But I will get some in a few weeks here, so laundry will be done soon here. And laundry is actually one of my favorite chores, so it's not like I'm holding off because I don't like to do it. It's just it costs money, so that's why I don't do it. I wish I had my own washer and dryer. So yesterday, or yeah, yesterday, because it's now midnight, I went swimming at the pool and did water aerobics for probably about an hour. I walked to the pool and back, and so I got lots of cardio and lots of strength, you know, water resistance exercises in, and so I was well under my calorie limit for the day. After I got home, I had 2 chicken sandwiches using the leftover chicken meat and some mayonnaise and some multi-grain bread, and then I had 1 yogurt, and now I'm getting ready to make a chicken quesadilla in the microwave. Okay, for a microwave chicken quesadilla, you're gonna need 2 tortillas and some Colby Jack cheese and some leftover chicken meat. So first I want to put out some jack cheese. I'm going to use probably about 2/3 cups. I'm going to sprinkle on 1/3 of a cup on the quesadilla first. So 1 pinch for me is about 1/3 cup. And I'm going to sprinkle that on the center of the quesadilla. Kind of spread it out. Now I need to add the chicken meat. Okay, so I have about 1/3 cup of chicken meat on the quesadilla. Now I'm going to top it with another 1/3 cup of cheese and just top that over the chicken. And then you put on the tortilla. And real quick and easy way to make a quesadilla, just pop it in the microwave and set the microwave for 1 minute. I'm also sipping on some chocolate tea with chocolate coffee mate creamer. Here is our quick and easy microwave quesadilla. So I'm having a little sweet treat. It is my homemade yogurt with frozen raspberry puree. This is just straight up raspberries, nothing else, just straight up frozen raspberries. So I'm getting hungry, but I don't want to eat too many calories today because today is my cheat day and I'm going to be going to a Chinese buffet. But I'm really hungry right now, and I'm really hungry because I worked out so much yesterday. So I'm going to eat a bowl full of pickled beets. And besides going to a Chinese buffet for my cheat day, I'm going to go thrift store shopping for new clothes because I am a smaller pants size now. So I need new clothes. So I went to Goodwill and I got a bag full of clothes, and now I'm over at Dutch Bros and I'm getting a Italian soda, one of my favorites. This is strawberry and cream de mint. It's delicious. It tastes just like a strawberry Mentos. And if you haven't heard of Dutch Bros, it's a coffee shop in Grants Pass, and they've been expanding to all over the West Coast. So awesome. They have the best drinks. So now I'm headed over to Kobe's Sushi Buffet for my cheat day meal. So I just got back from my cheat day and I went to go thrift store shopping for smaller clothes because I'm starting to lose weight, and I went to Dutch Bros to get an Italian soda to treat myself, and then I went to Kobe's Sushi Buffet and picked out on all different food there. I want to do a thrift haul, and that will be a separate video, so I'll link that in the description box. There's one thing I wanted to show you that I got at the thrift store that I've been meaning to get that I've been looking for, because I used to have one of these and I really loved it, and it's the ab rollers. I got one, and I'm gonna use this before I go to bed tonight. I'm just going to start out using it on my knees because I don't think I can do it off of my feet yet, but I'm gonna really try and push myself with this. So I'm excited to add this to my personal gym I've got started over there. So right now I'm sipping on some Stash peach ginger green tea. Ooh, so good. And you know what I've been noticing since I've been working out every day? My skin's really clearing up. So, I mean, it still looks bad, but I think like all the gunk is starting to clear out of my system. You know, all the junk food and stuff that is building up in my body, it's wanting to come out of every pore, and then I'll probably have like nice clear skin after that. But anyways, what I had for breakfast today was a chicken sandwich on whole grain bread with mayo, and then I had an apple, like just a medium-sized apple, and then I've had this tea, and that's like all I've had so far today. My plans for the day are I'm going to make wonton soup for lunch, and I'll record how I make that, and this is gonna be fun because I've never made wontons before, so if I fail you get to see it. Then after lunch I'm gonna head over to my mom's house and feed her cats, and that will probably be my exercise for the day because it's usually too cold and I get tired from walking over there to go feed the cats. But if I still have the energy, I'll go to the gym today. But I'm guessing I probably won't have the energy, so I think I'm going to use that ab roller before I leave. In fact, I might as well use it like right now. So I'm going to make my wonton filling for my wonton soup, and I'm going to try using this meat grinder that my dad gave me. It seems to not want to hold a seal though, so I don't know how well this is going to work. But let's see, I have 5 Chinese sausage links here. This is the brand Lapzong My Kilo Hoi. California Sausage Inc. is the brand. So I'm going to add these sausages to the meat grinder. Let's see how well this meat grinder works. Doesn't seem to be doing much of anything at all. So I'm gonna have to do plain. Actually, you know what? My salad shooter might work well. Let's see about that. Okay, so I'm gonna try putting the sausages in the salad shooter. See if that will grind them up any better. Of course, if you had a food processor or a really good quality meat grinder at home, I would use that. This is just not working very well. I mean, it looks great. It's just not going through very well, so I think I'm going to try just taking it apart. Keep trying this. It's times like this that I wish I had a big food processor. Wow, this is really an arm workout in itself. You know, I think I'm gonna only use 4 sausages. I guess there were 6 sausages in there. I'll only use 4 sausages because this is just so difficult, and that looks like it's gonna be enough meat. Okay, so you want about, that looks like about 2 cups, maybe 3 cups worth of Chinese ground pork sausage. Now I have 4 turnips, and I'm going to cut them and peel them. And now I'm going to salad shoot or grate these turnips in my salad shooter. Now I have these shiitake mushrooms here. I'm going to use just a few of them in the wontons, and the rest are going to go in the soup. So I'm going to use 4 shiitake mushrooms in the wontons. So I want these to be diced. So I'm just cutting them into thin slices for now. And then we're gonna dice them up. So it looks like that came out to be about 1/4 a cup of diced shiitake mushrooms. And then I think I'll add 2 eggs to see how well that binds together. And I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 teaspoons of hoisin sauce. And I'm going to add 2 heaping teaspoons of garlic chili sauce. I'm going to add, let's see, I'll add 2 teaspoons about of soy sauce. And I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I want this to be super garlicky. Okay, so I remembered I wanted to put ginger in here, so I have about 2 inches of my own homegrown ginger. And I'm just going to cut off the outer part. Looks like that's how much good ginger was inside there, so I'm going to cut that and dice it. Add that ginger to there. And now it's time to mix that all up with your hands. Oh yeah, we have plenty of wonton filling there. So now I'm going to make my wontons. I have these wonton wraps because I'm too lazy to make my own wonton dough. Now I've never wrapped a wonton before, so let's see if I can do this. I know I need about that much in the center, and need a bowl of water, I think. Yay, that's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Okay, I need something to put all these wontons in. Okay, so I got impatient and I found a faster way to wrap them, like this. I have like a newfound respect for people that wrap wontons because it takes a lot of patience. Okay, the wontons are done. They are looking delicious, smelling delicious. Now I'm going to start making the broth for the soup. So for the broth of the soup, I'm going to be using the leftover carcass of the chicken, and I'm going to be pulling all that meat off and saving it for the soup. So I have to pull all that meat off first, and then I'm going to boil the carcass. Okay, we got a good, probably about 2 cups of chicken meat off of there. Now you need to boil the carcass. So I have this large Dutch oven that I'm going to boil it in. Just throw it in there. So there we got it mostly submerged in about half of the pot full of water. And I'm going to bring that to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down low to a simmer and just let it simmer for about half an hour. The longer you let it simmer, the stronger the flavor will be. So now I'm going to start breaking apart this chicken into bite-sized pieces for the soup. I'm going to set that aside and start chopping the shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to cut off the stems and cut them into slices. And I'm just going to go ahead and add that to the chicken meat. Now I have a head of bok choy. I'm going to cut the leaves here first. And cut those into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to add that to the chicken and the shiitake mushrooms because they'll all be cooking at about the same time. And then I'm going to slice the rest of the bok choy. Now I'm going to take this container and get a large onion. And I'm going to cut it into kind of thicker slices. Now I have the heart of the celery, and I'm going to cut diagonally. You want nice big slices too. And add that to your onions. And I have 2 carrots here. I'm going to cut off the ends. Cut off the sides, and I'm going to cut that in half, and I'm going to cut it into pieces like that. Actually, you know what? I think I want to make them even smaller. That way they spread out more in the soup. Okay, so there's our carrots and onions and celery. And we're pretty much all ready once that broth is done to get started on the soup. Okay, so the chicken broth is done now. We got a good broth going on here. So I'm going to set that aside. And I think I'll go ahead and turn that to low so it can keep simmering, get a little bit more done. Now in this pan, I'm going to get started on sauteing some vegetables. So I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of melted butter and about 1 tablespoon of sesame. And once that starts to melt, go ahead and slowly add the onions and celery and carrot. Get that mixed up in there. And I added about half a teaspoon of salt to this. I'm trying to bring out that umami flavor by sauteing the celery with the onions. I'm going to pull out that chicken. bones out of there. I think that's good enough because I want most of it to get cooked in the broth, so it adds more flavor to the broth. I just wanted to get a bit of cooking on there. I'm not gonna get it browned or anything. Now I'm going to add the wontons to the broth because I want to get those cooking first. So I'm just gonna drop those in there. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just doing this out of my head, so we'll see how it turns out. And now I want to add some soy sauce. I think I'm going to add 2/3 cup soy sauce to the broth. Please wrap your wontons better than I did. And now I'm going to add the celery and the onions. And then I'm going to cover that and let that come to a boil. Then we'll add this. And I think that will be good. I was going to add an egg, but I don't think I need to add an egg. I think there's going to be plenty in there. Okay, so apparently I didn't wrap my wontons good enough because a lot of them are falling apart. But some of them are holding together. I guess I should have really followed the recipe. It seemed like it would be easy to do. That's a good wonton right there. I'm just going to let this simmer for a while. I'm scared now. I might have made a total disaster and I might have to dump this out. Okay, this is turning out to be a total disaster, but I'm gonna at least try to finish doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna add bok choy, shiitake mushrooms, and the chicken. Hey, that wonton looks pretty good. At least there's one good wonton in there. Okay. So I'm gonna let that simmer for a little bit here. And then I'm gonna cut some green onions. Okay, it's looking good. Other than the fact that most of the wontons fell apart. So, I don't think I had my water hot enough. And also I don't think I sealed them properly. So I'm turning it off and I'm going to add the green onions. And I'm going to leave just a little bit in my bowl when I'm done here. So let's dish this up a bowl of wonton soup. There's like only one good wonton in the whole thing. Well, that one looks okay. I'll add that one. Let's see if I can find that really good one. It's a deconstructed wonton soup. It looks good, it's just I wish the wontons would have held together. But hey, let's try it, see how it tastes. I'm gonna put my lovely garnishes on. Oh look, it's so exquisite. Okay, let's see how this tastes. It actually tastes delicious. The vegetables are like perfectly done. The only problem is the wontons fell apart. So if you know how to make better wontons than I do, please make better wontons than I do. But it's very good. Very, very good. Other than the fact that the wontons are kind of like deconstructed. Alright. I gotta go feed my mom's cats now. Like my shades, they're from Urbanity 2030. You can use my coupon code, I'll leave it linked down below. But I'm wearing my contacts. Oh, they make my eyes green, can you tell? Whoa. These are Fresh Look Dailies. There's a huge mess in the kitchen now for me to clean. I want to clean that before I relax and watch my favorite show tonight. Okay, so I walked to the bus stop to go to my mom's house and I waited there and waited and waited and waited and the bus never showed. And I have this like really bad feeling that something bad was gonna happen to me if I went out today. So I'm gonna go with my gut instinct and like stay home today. And that's something that's kind of like a New Year's resolution for me too, is to be more spiritually aware with my intuition and stuff. So I'm going to listen to my intuition and not go out today. And I'll go feed the cats on Monday. But they have auto feeders, so it's okay, you know. I'm going to clean this kitchen because it's a mess from making that wonton soup. I'm gonna clean this kitchen before I relax to watch my TV show. That will burn some calories, and then I might do some more ab rolling, and maybe I'll do workout on daily workout apps. But that wonton soup is pretty low calorie, so I don't have to really worry about my calorie intake for today. That's the great thing about soups, is they tend to fill you up because they're full of liquid, so it fills you up and they're full of fiber if you put a lot of vegetables in them. So like you don't have to really worry too much when you eat a soup, as long as it's not like a bisque that's full of cream and butter and cheese or something. Okay, sorry, the lighting's really bad because the sun's like shining through my window, but I am sipping on this Yogi super antioxidant green tea, and I just did a killer ab workout. Oh my gosh, they are on fire. I did the ab workout on daily workout apps, and let me show you it real quick. So here's the ab workout.
Basic crunch.
I did about 15 of those.
Right oblique crunch.
I did 10 of those.
Left oblique crunch.
10 of those.
Bicycle crunch.
10 of those.
Reverse crunch.
10 of those.
Long arm crunch.
10 of those.
Crossover crunch.
And then I didn't do that one.
Half curl.
I think I did 10 of those. I might have just done 5 of those, but I think I did 10 of those.
Vertical leg crunch.
I didn't do that one.
Plank.
And I didn't do that one.
Workout
But
complete.
my abs are definitely feeling it, so I got a good ab workout. Okay, I just got back from grocery shopping. I got some nice groceries. So I got this beautiful pork shoulder roast. This was only $5.73. I went to Albertsons, by the way. And I got a couple ham hocks. The ham hocks I'm going to use in a split pea soup. The pork shoulder roast I'm going to roast with another one of those giant sweet potatoes. And I'll probably do the pork shoulder roast next week. And the ham hocks, I'm going to probably split these up, put one in the freezer and one in the refrigerator, because I'm going to make a big pot of split pea soup as soon as I finish off this wonton soup. And then I got some more butter because I was almost out. And then I got 2 of these Open Nature Greek plain non-fat yogurts, because that's what I'll be using for my yogurt tutorial. And then I got 4 carrots, and these carrots are for the split pea soup. So for breakfast this morning, I had a bowl full of wonton soup, and I am sipping on a glass of mango black tea, and I'm about to eat this jar full of yogurt. And yesterday before bed I think I had 2 more bowls full of wonton soup, and I had some more mango black tea yesterday before bed. And I wanted to talk about the candy I've had so far this week. I think at the beginning of the week I showed you that I had a mint, and I had a peppermint, and I had a sucker. I think I've had 2 peppermints this week and a sucker, and 2 pieces of bubble gum. And that's all the candy I've had. Oh wait, and I had some Starburst. I had 2 pieces of Starburst, and that's all the candy I've had so far this week. I have a whole bunch of Halloween candy left over from Halloween. I'm like trying not to eat it, but I know it needs to be eaten, or otherwise it's gonna go bad, and I don't want to just throw it out, because I do actually enjoy having candy. It's just I gotta eat it in moderation, you know. So, and plans for today. I just went out to the store to go grocery shopping, and I might go over to the pool and go swimming later today. Oh wait, today's Saturday. That means all the kids are gonna be in the pool. So I'll probably just exercise at home. I don't really feel like going to the gym today, unless I was going to swim. So I'll wait to go swimming tomorrow. So I just got back from a long walk over to the elementary school by my house, and they have this nifty setup along their track where there's several different weightlifting machines. Like one is kind of like a leg press, and one's kind of like a row machine, and another one's like a, I don't know what you would call it, reverse row, where you push out instead of you pull back. And that one you lift your entire body weight. In fact, they're all like body weight exercises. And I weigh a lot, so I feel like I got a good workout. And then I did some ab and some oblique exercises using the machines on their track. And so I got a pretty good workout. So I wanted to show you what my total calorie and burn, calories in, calories out for today is. I did cheat and go use some of those McDonald's coupons, so forewarning, but I haven't used up all my calories yet for today. So I'll show you. For breakfast, I had a couple servings of wonton soup. I had some mango black tea, and I had some yogurt. Then for lunch, I had some wonton soup, a lollipop, and a cheese quesadilla. And that was just like a microwave cheese quesadilla. And then for dinner, I had a cheeseburger, a french fry, and a Coke. And I might have some more wonton soup for snacks, or an apple and peanut butter or something. I still have some calories. See, here's how many calories I have left for today. I want to keep it under this bar here. This is the exercising I did today. I walked 30 minutes. That was earlier today when I was shopping. Then I calculated 15 minutes of weightlifting for when I was carrying the grocery bags home. And then I walked 1 hour over to the school and back and around the track. And then that should actually be heavy weightlifting because I'm pretty heavy, so I'm gonna edit that. So I'm gonna change that to vigorous weightlifting. And I did that for about 20 minutes, and then core fusion. They don't have anything like ab exercises, so I just do the core fusion. I don't really know what core fusion is, but I did that for about 10 minutes. So I burned about 1,075 calories today. I don't think I'm gonna have to do any more exercise for today, but we will see what I eat later on. Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to make pumpkin pie oatmeal. I'm making pumpkin pie oatmeal for breakfast today. So, what you want to do is have an 8-ounce can of pumpkin puree, and you want to pop that open and scoop that into your pot or rice cooker, whatever you're going to cook the oatmeal in. I like to cook the oatmeal in a rice cooker because that way I don't have to, watch it boil over the stove it can just cook and, you know, it doesn't need any supervision. Now you need your oats. I'm using quick cook oats, but I definitely would recommend using other oats that are, you know, have a better texture, unless you only have quick cook oats. I prefer rolled oats. Those are my favorite. So you're going to need 2 cups of oats. And now you need some pumpkin pie seasoning. That smells delicious. Okay. That smells so good. I think I'm going to go ahead and use a tablespoon in there because I want it to taste very spicy and yummy. So we got a tablespoon of pumpkin pie seasoning. And you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to do it just because I like cardamom a lot. So you don't need to do this, but I have some cardamom powder. And I'm going to add just a little bit extra cardamom, probably about half a tablespoon. And then you need 4 cups of milk. And if you're vegan, use like a dairy-free milk. Okay, now you want to give that a nice stir. Get all the pumpkin mixed in there. And pop on the lid on the rice cooker. Of course, if you're boiling on the stove, you would cook it like you would cook regular oatmeal. And click on the rice cooker and just let that boil. So the rice cooker just popped up. Looks like it's done. Stir it up in there. And I'll show you how I like to top this. I like to top it with about a tablespoon of butter, about a tablespoon of brown sugar, and about 2 tablespoons of sliced almonds. So I'm going to be making some Hasselback potatoes, and I have this package of bacon here. This is all the remaining bacon. Let's see how many pieces we have here. 7, 8. So like 4 slices of bacon would be how much we're making. And I plan to do lots of cardio today. I'm going to go to the gym and do some swimming. I'm going to do some water aerobics. So it's okay that I'm having some cheese and bacon. Now while that bacon's cooking, I have a glass baking dish full of potatoes, and we're going to use those for our potatoes. So I'm going to get this paring knife and slice deep slices all the way through the potatoes. I'm using mostly yellow potatoes, and I'm using 3 russet potatoes, but use whatever kind of potatoes you like. I like yellow and red potatoes because they have a lower glycemic index. And now I have all this leftover cheese in here. I'm going to try and make this stretch so we won't be using much cheese. Just be sprinkling a little bit. Here, these won't be very cheesy, which means they'll be nice and healthy. So we use probably about a half a cup of cheese on here. We can be generous and say 2/3 cup. Now we just need to break apart our bacon and put that on the potatoes. Mihush, do you want a piece of bacon? And I'm going to go over with a little more cracked pepper. Okay, so I just checked cooking times online, and for Hasselback potatoes, you want it to be at 375 for 45 to 50 minutes. That's done enough to my liking, and then I'll stick these back in the oven to finish cooking. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter to the potatoes. And then I have some of my fresh yogurt. And I'm going to add that to the potatoes. And this tastes a lot like sour cream, so it's just kind of like having sour cream. And then I have some green onions. And I'm going to just add a little more pepper. And a little more salt. And there's lunch. And here's the other potatoes once they've cooked long enough. I found that it took about an hour and 15 minutes, I would say, to cook these to where they were done enough, but they're pretty big potatoes. Okay, I just got home from the pool. As you can tell by this gorgeous glow on my face that I got lots of cardio. It's probably about a 45-minute walk there and back. And let's see how long I was at the pool for. Okay, so I've been gone 2 hours, and if it takes 45 minutes walk to the gym and back, that means I worked out for an hour and 15 minutes in the pool. So let's calculate how many calories So I burned a total of 1,061 calories today. So that leaves me with, I'm under 1,698 calories. So let's see, I'm about to have this leftover potato with some yogurt. So let's see how much that's going to cost me in calories. Okay, so this potato that I'm about to eat is 696 calories, and hopefully I will have some calories left over for dinner. This is potatoes like an early dinner, and then I want to make a dinner a little bit later if I'm still hungry. Okay, I'm going to be making some Chinese sausage noodles. This is going to be using up the last of the Chinese sausage. I have 2 Chinese sausages here. And then I have an onion, 3 turnips, some shiitake mushrooms, some hondashi, some oyster sauce, and 4 little blocks of dried yellow noodle, and some garlic powder. So first I want to get these shiitake mushrooms soaking. So I'm using probably about a cup of dried shiitake mushrooms. And I'm going to soak them in hot water. And do not discard this water because we will be using it in the noodles. So make sure these shiitake mushrooms get all nice and coated with water so they can start soaking. I'm going to go ahead and set those aside. Now we need to cut up our onion and our turnips. So I'm going to start out with the turnips. I'm going to cut off the sides there. And then I'm going to cut the turnip into 4s like that. And just go ahead and turn them over. I think I'll do 2 at a time and cut them in thin slices. So I have this really nice sweet potato, and I'm going to wash it and I'm going to use it in this recipe. So I'm going to cut off the ends. And I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to quarter it. much the same as the... Oh, my wrist hurts from using those dumbbells at the pool. Okay, and now I need another Tupperware for this onion. And cut it in kind of big squares there. And now it's time to cut up this Chinese sausage. I'm going to try and get these as thin as possible so they'll be evenly dispersed in the noodles. So I'm going to use the same pan we used to fry the bacon earlier. And you know what? I'm even going to use the bacon grease. Bacon grease has a really bad rap, but it actually has less cholesterol than butter. And it has a really yummy flavor. And some sources I've been finding online say it has protein in it and some say it doesn't. So it probably just depends on if there's little bits of bacon in it. Okay, now that the bacon grease has melted, we're going to add the turnips and the sweet potatoes. I'm going to turn that up a little higher. We want that to start sizzling. Get that nice and coated in bacon grease. And then just kind of let it sit for, we'll do 3 minutes, see what happens. Okay, it's now been about 1 minute, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stir it a little bit. I think I'm going to stir it every minute until 3 minutes is up. Now I'm going to turn it down to medium and add the onions. Okay, now that the onions are starting to become translucent, I'm going to add the sausage. And mix that up. And I'm going to add, I'm just going to do 2 noodles. Stick them in there. And now add the mushrooms. And I'm going to add 1/4 cup of oyster sauce. And I'm going to take a teaspoon of hondashi and add it to there to create a nice broth. And then I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of garlic powder to make it nice and garlicky. I'm going to turn this up a little more, back to medium-high. And you just basically want to boil this down until the sauce thickens. Okay, I think it's done enough now. So I'm going to stir some up. Okay, there's my Chinese sausage and mushroom and sweet potato and turnip concoction that I just made up. Let's see how it tastes. Make sure I get a piece of everything in there. Pretty good. I like it, but anything with Chinese sausage I love. So I'm getting ready to end this vlog for today, for this week. And I'm sipping on a bullet blender cup full of green tea. This is Tetley. And I had an orange. And I am just exhausted. It is time for me to lay down, relax, and go to bed. And I had a great productive week this week. I think I went to the gym 3 times this week. Had killer workouts. So I look forward to seeing you next week. And thanks for watching. Bye.